Hey everyone, thank you for tuning in to Beaver Banded Outdoors. I'm John Smith. In this video what you're going to see is me getting after some otters. I found a couple of toilets while I was scouting for deer sign, and I went and made some real simple straightforward sets like I always do, and what you're going to see are the catches that resulted, some trial and some error, and of course ultimately the important thing is to get catches. So I hope you enjoy what you see. Let's get started with the action. I'm sitting right here at a big beaver dam, which is a great spot for otters. You know, these are the crossovers are awesome. They use these dams. And right here, on this little sandy point, not really a point, but kind of, otter turds. And they're not fresh. They're old. It's not exactly an ideal place to catch otters, but what I did, and I actually caught a rat in this set, so the visual part of it's kind of gone, but I had found right here a clean spot in the water where they were coming out of the water and coming up right here to go to this toilet. So I set a foothold trap right there, and I kind of slicked this up right here coming up out of the water. Just got some weight sitting in the deep water there. Very high producing set, these slides going up to toilets. I have another one down here I'm going to show you real quick, just a smaller dam down below. I'm going to walk down that way and explain why I set it there. This dam here obviously has a crossover, but it's not a great one. You know, it kind of looks like they're coming down off this point right there, and coming down. You can see kind of a clean spot on the bottom where they're coming down, but I don't have a great tight spot to block them down to. So I went on down here. I actually caught one in it this morning. My camera was dead and I didn't get to make video of it, but right here I have a damn crossover. A real nice damn crossover. Plain as day that they're using it. And then, you know, you can see right here how the bottom's cleaned up where they're coming through. And then down below is the same thing. So I just set a trap in right down below it. Put a stick over the top and put some moss and trash over it. Really breaks up the outline of the trap well. And I've got the trigger set in a T shape with the T underneath the water, so the trigger's actually upside down, and that way as they're coming through they don't even notice that there's a trigger or anything there. They just come through like they normally do. So this will be a high producing set. I see a lot of posts on online forums about what is the right trap to use. Well, I have a spot here set up for some otters, set up with a 330. I know for a fact they're coming through here, but I have not connected yet. And a lot of this is just comfort issues. You know, these otters and stuff, they're used to just going kind of wherever because this is a big channel. So what they're doing is they're going to follow. It may be hard to see for the glare, but roughly right there coming down is a big channel, and they're going to follow it down to right here in front of this log. But once they hit that log, this makes a big turn, so they're going to be going into that turn. Where I have this 330 set is close. This is close to where they're going, but they're still going around. They're still avoiding it because I'm blocking them down. And this is one of those scenarios where a bigger trap works really well. So I'm going to set up and modify this area to have a 660 instead. And I'm trying a 660 with a kill bar to see how that works. So stand by and I'll get set up here. So I actually looked and I could see a spot there close to the log where something had pushed through over there, pushed down my fencing. So I went ahead and moved my trap over there close to the log where that deep channel is. We'll see what happens with that. So right here, hard to see, but up on top, you're not going to see it because I'm not going up there, but there's a toilet up here. If you look real close, you'll see a trap right in the middle of that run. It's been thrown 2 days in a row. It's just not working out the way I want it to. This is not an ideal place for a drowning set, but I'm going to put one in here anyway. I'm just going to kind of throw the weights right underneath this log I'm sitting on. I don't like doing that because that gives them something that has leverage, but you see how muddy that bank is. That's something that they're using all the time. So, and you can see even over there that they've used that spot right there a couple of times to come up and down. It's a place that I believe these otters are using quite a bit, so I really want to take advantage of this location. So I'm going to bed in a trap just right here at the bottom of this slide. It's going to be a beautiful, sweet place to have a trap. Let me set that up and we'll get going. Stake. Are my weights out there far enough? Uh-oh. Normally I like my trap to be offset, but their back feet, you can't even see that, but their back feet are going to settle right there. And so that will work. If you look right here, up on top, I have a trap that's thrown. It's been that way 2 days in a row. There's a toilet up there. Slick down slide, wet slide going up to it. I know the otters are using it. I had to have a trap set here. This is not an ideal place to set something because I don't like having it where they can get a hold of stuff. But I need to take advantage of this location. So I've got a nice big trap that there's pretty much no chance of them getting out of. And plenty of weight down here on this end so that they can wrap up. But normally I like my trap to be offset where they're approaching, but right there it's so tight that they're pretty much just going to have to step on the pan. I hope I get them in their front feet, but if not, they're still going to be here tomorrow anyway. So that's a good location. So I just pulled up to this set right here, the one that I had on the on this big slide up here, and I see my chain was not stretched out the way it was, and so I followed it back around, and I'll be darned if there ain't a little beaver in here. He ain't a huge beaver. I did catch him by the front foot. He's still alive, which means my weight situation is not ideal for drowning a beaver. It's probably not deep enough and things like that. But you know, that's the cool thing about locations like this, man. They are producers. These locations catch critters. No scent or nothing here. And here's a beaver. Very cool. I caught an otter here 3 days ago. Here's a little kit beaver. Not really what I'm after, but as far as damage control goes, this is a good thing. Let's see if I can't get this thing out of here real quick like and get this thing reset. All right. A lot of my sticks that were holding this up are gone. All right. I'm really loving Missouri's new conibear laws. Because this is a location I never would have set in years past. Okay. All I have to do is get my rivets submerged, which they are. Try the other end here. Okay. Okay. Just get a little something to lay across the top. Don't have to be fancy. Okay. And then just a little quick something to blend it in. Okay. That set is ready to go. I pulled up here. Second night in a row, no trap sitting on my slide. I could tell before I even got here I had something because the water was all cloudy. And there's a flat tail floating. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna try to get over to that side and get him out of there. There we go. Another kit. It's okay, I'll take it. I've had this trap sitting here for a good while now. Since this place has been set up, haven't been successful. It's been knocked over a couple of times. They've been going around it. They're just rejecting this set. You know, they just got too much freedom right here to kind of wander around where they want to. So I'm going to move it, and I'm going to move it on up here to this little dam up here. I found a crossover up there that they're using quite a bit, and I'm going to set that up instead. Alright, so here I am, small dam. You know, there's some chewed sticks up in here, down trees up there that they're eating on. beavers. Right here at the corner of this dam, you can see real plain right about there that it's cleaned out. The bottom doesn't have any moss and silt, and it comes through all the way right here in front of me. Nice clean run. This is what I'm looking for. This is the kind of place that most critters are going to use, and it's tight, which is awesome. You know, we love tight holes. All right. Pun intended. All right, let's set up here. Throw this thing in real quick like. It should be an easy set to go in. That little stick right there is serving as a natural dive stick. Beautiful. That's a money maker right there. Okay. I really like my trigger being under the water. I need to move that back. Okay. 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 That's not. I like some wet stuff to hang. Just to hang over to break up that outline of the jaws. Okay. Okay, that's nice. All right. Another little one. All right, here's another little otter. Second one out of this set. Not a very big one. Very cool. I'm down here where I had that trap sitting up on that slide. I just pulled it up. I left my foothold trap sitting down here at the base. And I kind of slicked up the slide a little bit just to make it look fresh. Create some curiosity. So I'm walking out. I'm crossing these logs right here. And one of my buddies left me some sign. That's an otter turd. It's plumb full of scales. I don't know exactly what they're doing, if they're avoiding my set or what. I've looked around for sign where they're coming and going. Can't really see any. So I'm going to just continue running this trap here on the slide and see if I can get it to produce one more. This water down here, as it's getting colder, is starting to freeze up. That's really going to shut down my other sets on down the stream here. It's going to make that hard. This one right here is the one where I really have a good chance to still catch some. So I'm going to keep this going. I'm going to keep it slicked up, you know, looking fresh, looking used, and just see what happens. What's left of these otters are getting smart. So we'll just keep after them and see what happens. So right here, I'm down here at this dam where I have this crossover. Haven't had any action here for about a week. And if you look over here, you can kind of see right below this dam how they've been crossing over there now. You see how it's cut, the bottom's kind of cleaned off. They've been going around my set. That's something you got to watch for. The animals will react to your presence there. So I went along the side of this tree, which is where they're traveling. You can follow their little cleaned off spot on the bottom right here where I've got this trap setting. I may be too late. They may already be educated, not wanting to go through a conibear. We'll just have to kind of see what happens. But pay attention to what the animal's doing if they're reacting to your presence, and adjust accordingly. I may catch another one here, I may not. We'll just see. So I just came up here to look. Noticed that this one that was on the right over here wasn't there. And I was like, what the heck? Well, this otter pulled this thing all the way up here, which really surprises me. He must have really fought hard. And that ain't a bad otter either. In fact, I'm real happy with that. Pretty cool. Hey everybody, thank you for watching this video. If you like what you've seen, give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, and feel free to share with your trapping buddies. Thank you very much.